Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Hello again, St. Lucia, and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. I am Phillip Sydney. Today's program is projected to the Farm Labour Support Program. That speaks for itself. As we look at agriculture today, we're not saying it's dying. We're saying that there's a little null because some farmers maybe do not see the need to continue aggressively with the agricultural program in St. Lucia. For many, many reasons, maybe constraints. This Farm Labour Support Program, as far as I'm concerned, is a very good program. It's a program, I think, that would resuscitate those farmers that are somewhat dormant, and I'm hoping the continuation of that program will see the revitalization of agriculture in St. Lucia. To my right, I'll introduce you to my guest, and my immediate right is Mr. Edmund Leon, who is the supervisor of that Farm Labour Support Program. I also have Mr. Eulaluis Bascom, who is also a farm labour worker, and Mr. Lance Henry, who is also a farm labour worker. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Mr. Leon, as a supervisor, like I said, this program, I believe and I know, is going to bear fruit. I have seen the semblance of it. I have been monitoring from its inception. Give us an idea how that program was conceptualized, the agencies involved, and give us a background into the program.
Okay. This program is an initiative by the government of St. Lucia. It's funded by the government of St. Lucia in collaboration with the NICE program. This program came about after the two natural disasters we had, namely Thomas and the recent trough, and we saw the need to assist farmers with farms who were devastated after those two natural disasters. Some of those farms we realized were underproductive, and some were left abandoned or left to fallow. And we realized that we needed to kind of re-energize and re-stimulate the agricultural sector in that regard. So that's how this program came about. Okay. The other aim of this program as well is to assist in providing employment to young persons, about 150 young persons. And the other objective of this program is to help boost our agricultural production by 5%. In that regard, we're hoping that with the skill training of those young workers, that we will be able to meet those objectives.
How were those young persons selected?
Well, those young persons came from across the island. They had to go through a process of being interviewed and having an interest in agriculture as well, because we realized that in the agricultural sector, we have an aging agricultural population in terms of farmer base.
Definitely.
And if we're able to get young persons to become interested in agriculture, then we have a brighter future.
Okay. I'll come back to you because I need to know about the training and give the subject matters that were covered. Mr. Bascom, I saw you originally from
Ancillary.
Okay. How did you come into that program? Who contacted you? And in terms of your interest in agriculture, do you have an interest in agriculture?
Yes. Actually, I was introduced to the program by another Rastafarian brethren of mine, that Plum from Ancillary. He told me they had a program in the school going on for farming, and I should go and listen to what they're saying. And when I went and I heard what the program was about, I was that made me feel more encouraged about doing agriculture and stuff. So I signed up for the program.
So were you, before that, were you in agriculture?
Yes.
Were you farming?
Yes.
In where exactly?
In Ancillary, Venus Road. But after the flood, after the trough and the hurricane, the road was damaged, so I could no longer get to my farm.
Okay. So what were you farming?
Plantain.
Only plantain?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just started plantain and banana production.
Okay. Were you giving any form of assistance from the Ministry of Agriculture, extension service-wise, in terms of advice?
Well, before that, I had no contact with the Ministry of Agriculture. It was something I was doing on my own. But since I've got into the program, we form a little group, and we try and spearhead our own project in agriculture. So we could have a movement in Ancillary in agriculture, because I see Ancillary is a place that used to produce a lot of crops, and now we way behind. We left way behind in the agriculture sector. And right now I think it's the time to empower the young people into going into agriculture and showing them it's not just the way they think about agriculture, like take your cutlass and and go in the bush, but from a science point of view. Because we have a lot of intellectual young people in Ancillary and in St. Lucia that's willing, but I think we need to open some more avenues for them to get in the agriculture sector.
Well said, Mr. Bascom. So, Mr. Henry, you're from Roseau. How did you get involved with the program?
Well, I got involved due to a friend of mine. I was just outside speaking to one of my friends, and his auntie came to speak with him. Her name is Emily. So, in wanting to speak with him, I wanted to excuse them, but I said no, I'll just stay because, it's the two of us and I know her, so I just stayed.
Okay.
And the information that she was given was that there's something going on in the wind band, so I think you should be a part of that. Okay. So then I stayed and I listened attentively, and I asked her, where's that again? And she said, wind band just there. So then I said I will have to stop there. So she told me that I could have gone there at 9 the next day. The following day, perhaps I woke up late, so I wasn't able to head down to the Windman, so I went the following day. And when I went there the following day, everything was already in place. They had something going on called PET, Productivity Enhancement Training, PET.
Okay.
And it was already 3 days into PET.
Okay.
So in being there, I contacted the facilitator, and she told me that they have already began the PET training, so I'd have to head down to the NICE office.
Okay.
So when she gave me that information, immediately I went down to the NICE office. And when I got down there, they told me that, the program is already going on and they have already started PET. So then they still told me, however, you're already there, so you can just do a little exam, just so that, not anything too hard, but just so that we can see where,
continue.
Yeah, and where you at. So I did that, I did everything, and then they told me I would be interviewed the following day, so head down to the Windman. So I got there at 10, and I was interviewed. And they interview you in a way that you have to want to do agriculture. And if you're not interested in agriculture, then perhaps your chances of entering the program, it's very thin. Yeah. So, me as an individual growing up in Roseau, and agriculture is one of the biggest things there. There are bananas and all of that. So, in my...
Hold that thought. We are due for a break. It's very interesting. I'll come back to Roseau because I have a lot of background in for Roseau. As you know, I was a supervisor there. You're watching Agriculture on the Move. We are due for a break. Stay tuned. Back soon.
More choices when you shop lead to happy, healthy families when you eat. Always choose fresh local fruits and vegetables from producers you can trust, packed with all of nature's nutrients, fresh from your local farmer. St. Lucia's fruits and vegetable producers meet every government standard for health and safety with fresh local food products straight from the ground to your plate. When you choose St. Lucian grown produce at your local grocers, you choose a healthy lifestyle for your entire family.
For my vocal, I eat local. What's in my dish? Green fig and saltfish. Buy fresh, eat fresh. Yeah!
St. Lucia's farms produce an abundance of fresh quality fruits, vegetables and ground provisions. Highly nutritious and incredibly tasty. Eating right together when it's most important. Healthy families, buy fresh, eat fresh.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. We are discussing the Farm Labour Support Program. And of course, I have some young potential farmers here with me, businessmen, because right now agriculture is business. And I'm happy to see the slant they're taking, because agriculture has to be revitalized in this country to bring down our food import bill. Mr. Leon, back to you. I need to find out, apart from NICE, how is the program structured? How does NICE structure the program in terms of the training of those young persons?
Okay. The persons who were selected to be part of the program in terms of being farm workers went for an initial training of productivity enhancement.
Okay.
And after the classes commenced in terms of agronomy, and from land preparation right down to post-harvest techniques. So the training, which went through a period of 3 months, is very comprehensive. And we're hoping that with the skills that they've acquired during that period, they can now use it out here and to enhance our production on the whole.
Mr. Bascom, okay, you've been through the training. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Give me an evaluation of the training. What subject matter that you went through? Give me an evaluation of the program. Now it has ended, and where you at now?
Yes, my facilitator was one Emmanuel Haynes. I think he did an excellent job in training us and getting us ready for the field. We studied about production, how to cope also with farmers, because we're going to be working with farmers.
Great.
And how to post-harvest. Also, he taught us a lot about experience dealing with people one-on-one also, because they have different kind of farmers with different mindset.
Right.
And because we train and we come out there, we're going to have different experience dealing with them. So he focused a lot on that. But we also had a agenda, and we study about poultry, bananas, crop production, and land preparation.
Okay. So
Yes.
you were given a real comprehensive, in-depth look at
agriculture. Yes.
Great. And as far as you're concerned, did you benefit enough from that? You figure you're skilled now to go out and assist a farmer?
Yes. I've gained a lot. My experience was not vast, but I've gained a lot of knowledge from taking those classes, and I learned a lot about the botany of the plant itself, how fertilizer work with the plants, and the soil types, and how to deal with different soil types. So it added a lot of knowledge to what I already had.
Okay.
Yes, and now I could share certain little ideas with other farmers. So I also collect information, but now I'm sharing what I learned from the class.
Beautiful. Mr. Henry, give me your experience.
Okay. Well, this Farm Labour Support Program, I must say that it has helped me a lot. It has helped me to grow in terms of the way that it was all structured. And Farm Labour Support, I must say that it gave us a lot of knowledge to go out there and help the farmers in terms of revitalizing their farms.
So what sort of knowledge did you acquire in that program?
Well, I used to think of planting as just going out there and sow seed and then you get fruit and then you can go and sell. But during the course, I got to know that, there are pests and diseases, and you need to deal with that. It's not just planting a crop and you harvest. We got to know about, I got to know about fertilizer. How do you go and apply fertilizer? Because we have a lot of people that is applying fertilizer the wrong way, and we were taught to do it the right way. And Farm Labour Support Program has helped us in terms of that. And it really gave a lot of knowledge in terms of dealing with chemicals as well, because when you have pests and diseases, you need to try and control that. So we dealt with natural occurring chemicals and also hazardous chemicals, and we were taught the right way to go about using them and how to apply them.
Okay. Now, Mr. Leo, the program, how long will that program continue? Have you trained? Okay, you trained a batch. Are you continuing to train other persons within a locale, or are you moving from area to area? How does that work?
The program, when started in May this year, is for a duration of 1 year. After the year, it's going to be assessed, and then the continuity of this program will based on based on the performance of the workers in that program, will determine a lot as to the continuity of that program.
So, okay, after they are trained, all right, what happens? Take us through that process.
After they are trained, the farms that they're going to be deployed to are assessed by we, the supervisors, to determine the compatibility with the standards that has been set out by NICE and the program. And then the deployment of the workers are based on the needs of the farmer, and based on the crops that he is going to be cultivating and so forth.
Give me the criteria. For example, you go to Farmer Brown. How Farmer Brown is selected for that program?
Okay, Farmer Brown is selected. For example, a Farmer Brown would be selected for that program based on his first wanting to be part of the program. Okay, wanting to improve on his farm and his production. Okay, but then he has to meet certain criteria to be part of that program. He must have toilet facilities. He must have potable water. He must be able to have a first aid kit in the event that someone who is sent to his farm gets hurt or something. He needs to be able to have a changing area for both, because we have both male and females going to his farm. Okay, so he must meet those requirements. Plus, he must be registered with the Ministry of Agriculture. Okay, and certified as well.
So he must be registered.
He must be registered.
So he must go through the training program. He must go through that program.
He must go through that training program to be certified, and then he can be able to receive those workers.
Fine. Now that you're one, you've graduated.
Yes.
Right? So where are you now? So you're attached to a farmer?
Yes, I'm attached to a farmer presently.
Where is that farmer based?
In Ancillary.
Okay. So what's happening to that?
Well, right now he's cultivating potatoes. Since the program started, I've been distributed to several farms because we rotate. We go, we help a farmer, and then we shift, we help another farmer. So right now I'm on a farm with Raphael, and we're planting sweet potatoes, watermelons.
So what do you guide him with? What do you do on that farm with him?
Well, I assist him. My position is to assist the farmer. Whatever the farmer needs, he tells me, and I assist him with that.
Okay. Well, we are due for another break. You've been watching Agriculture on the Move. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Family time is a healthy time, and a healthy family eats smart. Local fish and seafood from fishermen and farmers that you trust with your family's health is always fresh. Choose fresh seafood because it's packed with nutrients. St. Lucia's fish and seafood producers meet every government standard for health and safety, high quality, fresh local food products straight from the fisherman to you. Choose St. Lucian fish and seafood at your local grocers and choose a healthy lifestyle for your entire family.
I use fresh local fish right there from the fisheries department. Eat fresh, buy local.
St. Lucia's fishermen produce an abundance of fresh foods, highly nutritious and incredibly tasty. Together when it's most important. Healthy families. Buy fresh, eat fresh.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. Mr. Henry, you are from Roseau. I'm sure you are acquainted with agriculture in Roseau. Agriculture has been in Roseau for years,
Yes.
from sugarcane up to bananas. Recently, the St. Lucia Model Farms, which was a very, very active program. Sadly, it had to come to an end. There are many farmers that are abundant in Roseau. I can see that program assisting those farmers to resuscitate their farms. How does the program that you just complete, how can it help you to get into the Roseau farming community and to assist those farmers? I know that you've been attached to a farmer now, working with anybody?
Yes.
Okay, give us your experience.
Okay. Well, I've been attached to Mr. Joseph's farm, and that is the same farm that we were doing our practicals on. So
Well,
I was
that's
very...
Ebenezer's farm. Which one is that?
Mr. Joseph, it's right across the
Ebenezer farm,
the training area.
Yes. There's a greenhouse there.
Yes, a Mexican greenhouse.
Great, yes.
So I was very privileged to be assigned to that farm, and this farm has a lot of potential, and I think also that there, like you said, there are abandoned farms, and we can also go. I think we can also go to these farmers and tell these farmers like, hey, we've done this program. Well, I have that particular skill, and I perhaps can help you raise up your productivity or have your farm going or something like that.
What is it that you're doing at the present farm you're at?
Okay, at the present farm, we are doing some land clearing.
Okay.
And the farmer has plans for the farm in terms of production. So now we'll be clearing some areas. We'll be preparing them as some units that we have done prior to the placements. So our facilitator, Mr. Evaster Augustine, we had some units which entail land preparation, other units as using hazardous substances, and like I said, we've gone through these units, and now we are rail trained, and so going on to this farm now, whatever that has to be done, I'm able to do it. And now we're just doing land clearing, and after land clearing, we'll be preparing the beds, and then we'll be planting.
Okay. As supervisor, Mr. Leon, what is your role? How do you supervise? Give us a detailed setup of your supervision.
Okay, as a supervisor, my role primarily entails one, the developing of a crop schedule with the farmer, who is part of the program. So in that way, we're able to meet the market requirements in terms of what the market needs. So we can develop a crop schedule in that regard. As supervisor, we also go through the day-to-day, monitor the day-to-day activities of what is happening on that farm. So it boils down to deployment in terms of what is whatever activity that the farmer is going to be engaging for the week to come. So the work schedule is set up by the supervisor to ensure that he gets maximum use of the workers who are sent to him. Okay, and we act as a liaison between the Ministry of Agriculture, mainly the extension unit, and the farmer. So to ensure that any technical advice that needs to be imparted to that farmer, that we can arrange for that to happen.
Since it's the first program, have you faced any challenges?
In terms of challenges, well, the program is still in its infancy stage. It is proceeded quite well, in fact. You will find the occasional hiccups with, but the program seems to be going on very well.
So the farmers are satisfied?
The farmers are satisfied with the level of enthusiasm displayed by the workers, and so much so that they have been able to show signs of changes on their farms in terms of the production and so forth. There are farmers who are really into production already and have reached the stage of marketing. Okay. So we are seeing things going on pretty good.
Okay. Mr. Bascom, you mentioned a while ago about a group in ancillary. Did you help in organizing that group together, or how was that group formed? And what are the objectives of that group?
Well, actually, the group is formed from the people that went through the NICE program.
Okay.
So whilst we was going to school, we also want, after the program finished, for us to be our own entrepreneur,
okay,
to look to open our own farms. So by using this program to educate us and give us the experience that we're going to need, so when the program is over, we're going to be able to have enough experience to do our own farming. Okay. And hopefully we'll get assistance from the NICE project or the government of St. Lucia.
Have you identified lands anywhere for that purpose?
No, not as yet, but the NICE project is trying to assist us, so we're being patient.
Okay. So you are happy so far with the program thus far?
Yes, I'm very pleased, and also a lot of the farmers are happy with the program, because one of the farms I was working on, the farmer said he'd been wanting to clear a piece of land and plant for years on a specific piece of land. And it's only as this project came to life, he was able to do it.
Okay. In terms of your subject matter, did you get any training when it came to farm record keeping?
Yes, we got training in record keeping, also making a business plan for the farm, and also in productivity too. Yes.
Okay. So that's when you get to the farmer. What are the first items of discussion with that farmer?
Well, actually, when we try not to overpower the farmer with information, because we just there to assist them,
okay,
not technically, but with labor. So sometime in conversation, based on what we learn in class, we could share our thoughts and ideas,
okay,
but we're not there to impose our knowledge on the farmer.
Okay, beautiful. How about you? How are you going to continue your involvement in agriculture when that program comes to an end? What are you going to be doing?
Well, currently, now we're trying to access land. So during the program or even after, we'll be on our lands that we have acquired, we have asked, and we'll receive land. And just 2 days ago, we just were in a workshop that will help us in terms of starting up when we actually go out on that farm after the program or even during the program.
Can I add something? With regards to the vacant lands within the Roseau area, and so it is hoped that at the end of their tenure, at the end of the contract period, that some of those workers, the very enterprising ones, will be able to access some of those vacant lands, and will be able to put some of what they have, all the skills and knowledge that they have acquired, to put it into practice and become their own farm owners.
Beautiful.
So if the lands can be leased because the lands are vacant, then they can be their own managers and so.
I'm looking forward for that, because Roseau, I mean, that's an agricultural belt. I was involved in Roseau during the model farm days. I don't think we should reinvent the wheel. There's a lot that can be done with Roseau. Gentlemen, I would like to thank you all for coming onto the program. I wish you all success. I think it's a very good program. I like the enthusiasm that you all have, the zest. And if with that kind of commitment, I know you all are going to do well out there with the farmers and also on your own as groups. And Mr. Leon, I want to thank you from NICE as a supervisor. Continue the good work, continue working with the program to ensure that we increase productivity as far as agriculture is concerned. You've been watching Agriculture on the Move. Thank you, the viewers, for viewing. Young persons out there who are interested, hey, there's an opportunity for you to get into agriculture, get to do something to do. Don't stay on the block. I am Phillip Sydney saying goodbye and see you again.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.